is Total Drama All Stars randomized cast. So yeah, so this is Team Villains. I had to put Jasmine here because there was an extra slot open, and this is Team Heroes. Okay, this is episode 1. So yeah, so I think that Priya would still be dating DJ and have a friendship with Lil, and yeah, but I think she would also bond with Caleb, and DJ would start to get a little jealous, and then Raj and Aiden are still fighting, and then Brick's trying to break them up again, and I think that Gwen and Brick would have a good friendship. Then yeah, then on Team Villains, I think that Scarlet and Scott would try to be a villain alliance with her again, but she wouldn't want to. And then yeah, Yule, Stephanie, these three, Izzy, Stephanie, and Fiore will have a duo. Then these two, and then Jasmine would just be the only one not getting along. Then for the challenge, I think that Izzy would do really good, but DJ would start to get jealous of Caleb, and it would show, and then it would lose the challenge. They would lose the challenge. So these three, so DJ would try to convince Priya and Lil to vote off Caleb, but Priya says they need to vote off Aiden or Raj because they're fighting, and then yeah, and then Caleb convinces all of these, Aiden, Raj, Brick, and Gwen, to vote off DJ. Then the statue hunt. So Priya and Caleb would be getting along, and Lil would start to see it, and she would start to think that DJ was right about them maybe being a couple, and Priya cheating on DJ. And then Aiden and Raj would still be fighting. Brick would be telling Gwen how much he's annoyed with it. Then Jasmine would try to get her team not villainous or whatever. And then yeah, then the statue hunt challenge. So I think that the villains would purposely lose so that they could vote off Jasmine. And then the leech challenge. So I think that this team, Team Heroes, would they would probably get the sucky one, and then the villains would be getting the good one, the good barrel challenge, whatever. And so yeah, I think that Team Villain would win again. Then yeah, and then Priya, Caleb, and Lil, they vote for Gwen. No, they vote for Brick, and yeah, these two vote for Lil, and then these two vote for, they vote each other, Raj and Aiden. So then yeah, that means that Brick. Wait, no, not Brick. Sorry. So I think that Brick and Gwen would vote for Lil. Then they would convince Caleb that Lil is getting in the way since Priya and them are friends, and then Lil would get the most votes. And then the pancake and at the end of that episode, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of the switch and this time, and then the pancake challenge. So I think that Aiden wouldn't do good, and I don't think that so yeah, and then on this team, I don't think that Yule and Fiore would do good, and I think this team would probably lose. And then, yeah. So then, Fiore, Scarlett, and Stephanie want to go after Scott. And, yeah. And so then they convince Izzy and to convince these two to vote Scott. And then the moon challenge. So yeah. So, I think that this team would be, the villains would probably be, oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that the immunity statue is hidden this season. And so then, yeah. So then, I think that the teams would get split up, and Aiden and Raj would have to go together, Caleb and Priya, and then Brooke and Gwen. I think that Raj and Aiden would finally get along and in their feud and become a couple again. And then Caleb would kiss Priya, and yeah. And this is at, like, when they all get back at the thing, and then the team sees it and they get mad at Caleb, but they still win the challenge. So then they vote out Yule, but it turns out that it's actually a team swap. And then the egg challenge. So, yeah. So the heroes team, so Yule, so everyone would be mad at Caleb for kissing Priya because Priya has a boyfriend, and they would think that Priya's in on it, but she tells them that she's not, and that they should vote out Caleb. And then the team loses, and they vote out Caleb. And then, yeah. And then, oh shit, fuck, dog, puss, whatever. Anyway, so then this episode, so originally, this wasn't a double elimination, but this time, since there's 2 extra people, it's going to be an double elimination. And so, yeah. So I think that, the villain team, Fiore is the only one that can't really fight, but I think that she would still win. She would lose. And then these 4 are pretty good. Jock's not really that good. And then this team would lose. I think that the team would vote out Yule. And then, yeah. And then Priya would, and they would still be mad at Priya for the thing, even though she told them that they don't have anything going on, her and Caleb. And yeah. So then Chris announces it's a double elimination. So yeah. So Priya convinces Gwen and Brooke to vote with her, and they vote out Aiden. So then the merge. So then, yeah. So then the boat race thing. So Raj would pair up with, okay. So Gwen and Brooke would pair up. Scarlett and Fiore would pair up. Izzy and, Izzy and, Stephanie and, this guy would pair up. Jock would pair up. And then Raj and Izzy would have to pair up with Priya. So then I think Izzy would win the challenge. And then the Villains Alliance. So yeah. So I think that so then the Villains Alliance, they vote out Priya, but Priya reveals that she has the immunity statue. So then Stephanie is out. So then I couldn't do the Ezekiel challenge because Ezekiel is not in this universe. And also, this isn't the 100th episode because I had to cut a lot of episodes. So I just had the paintball challenge from Disventure Camp. So yeah. So I think that the Villains Alliance would be sticking together. And then, yeah. So, yeah. Then I think that Priya, Raj, and Gwen and Brick would. So I think it would be down to Gwen. And so then it would be down to Gwen and Jock. And I think that Jock would win. Then, yeah. So I think the Villains Alliance would decide to turn on Izzy since she won last season and she's a threat. Okay. So then the obstacle course or whatever. So, yeah. So Scarlet and Fiore and Jacques would help each other, and I think that Jacques, my fucking bitch whore. And so I think that Scarlet would win this round, and yeah. So then these four would vote Jacques. Yeah, Jacques. And then the Sunday challenge. So I think that Gwen would win this challenge, and I think that these two would convince Gwen and Brick to vote off Priya. No, not Priya. Yeah, Priya, since she's a threat. And then the pirate challenge. So yeah. So this one. So I think that Fiore would be the last to make it back because Scarlet would decide to betray her. So then, Scarlet would probably make it back first, and she would vote off Brick. Okay. And then the finale. So Raj is gonna get third because yeah. And then I think that Scarlet would be second, and Gwen would win. See you next part.